What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we are going to be playing around with a title called Anoxia Station. Anoxia Station is a game that has a gorgeous set of artwork. Like, this game definitely looks kind of Giger-inspired, and it is a post-apocalyptic game where mankind lives underneath the surface of the Earth in giant drill ships, and we drill through the Earth trying to recover the things that we need to keep breathing and to keep eating for another day. And unfortunately, there are terrifying Starship Troopers-style space bugs underground that are going to be getting in the way of that process. So today we're going to play the game for about 30 minutes. It's available on itch.io if you wanted to try it out for yourself in demo format right now. This is basically like a first pitch of the game, but they do have a Steam page up at the moment just in case you wanted to wishlist it over there. I've got those links for you down below in the description, and then on top of that you can find a bunch of other Nerd Castle links just in case you wanted to hang out even more and snuggle. But let's go ahead and start off the story campaign. We will go with a new game. I played once through just to figure out what the hell I was doing, because this is actually a fairly complex game. At the beginning of the game, we get to pick between 3 different operators. This is basically going to be our starting specialist. And in this game, as you do events and as you dig through the Earth, you find other specialists. Everybody from chemists to geophysicists to geologists to scavengers to sergeants and warriors. You're going to rescue people along the way, and we're picking who our first person is. We've got Jacqueline Bonnier. She is an entomologist who studies insects. Okay, and so we gain technology points in the laboratory using the obtained DNA samples. She's got a special ability called pheromone contact. We've got the geophysicist over here, Arkady Rosenthals. He is from Latvia, I guess. He gets more innovation points when he opens up resources, and he's got +1 technology point at the beginning of the game. And then over here, we've got a physiologist, John Walsh. People will still continue working when they are injured or ill. All right. I'm going to go with the geophysicist because I took geophysics in college. I have a BS in geology with a minor in chemistry and a minor in paleontology. And so anyways, geophysics was probably one of the hardest classes I ever took in college. It used all kinds of like Euclidean math and all kinds of linear algebra and like just all kinds of wild stuff going on. And at a certain point, I found that the mathematics became so eclectic and so sort of like theoretical that you almost don't use, I mean, you still use formulas, but you kind of like go with your gut while you're solving them, and it's weird how it becomes more of an art form once you get to that level of math than something formulaic that you work your way through. Strange stuff. We'll go with the geophysicist. Let us name our station. We'll name it the NCS Proctology. I mean, it's a giant drill, you know what I mean? What else are we going to name it? We'll put it on normal difficulty. I'm sure about my choice. 1988, the International Transatlantic Mining Corporation sends a mining exploration expedition to the deepest reaches of the Interzone. Objective, reconnaissance and petroleum production. I don't think I need training tips. I think we'll be okay. I'll leave them on just in case, because like every now and again something like that jars my memory and helps me forward. I got bad memory nowadays. I hardly ever sleep anymore. I think that's the main cause of it. Spooky. Where among the incandescent depths hot solutions once surged up to the surface through earth-piercing faults and cracks, now metal machines roar and oil workers toil. Besides the extreme radiation levels, constant earthquakes, unbearable temperatures and pressure, these people, eaten away by ulcers, bursitis, and silicosis, will have to face physical anomalies and creatures that dwell in the deep. The extraction must not stop at any cost. The station appeared to be surrounded by an impassable rock formation. The oilmen hold their breath. The oilmen are silent. They're fascinated by the unfamiliar wilderness around them. It seems none of them have ever been this deep underground before. How much more to drill and how deep have we gone? They all feel the danger approaching, though no one dares to confess it. Somewhere in their guts, fear is starting to creep in, but it fades into a thirst for profit. So here we are. It's going to be a little bit dark and dim while we get started off. And so the first thing we need to do is our station right here It's in mobile mode right now. We need to put it in deployment mode. And so there we go. The NCS proctology has been put into deployment mode, but we're at 110 out of 180 HP, so we need to fix that. So let's give a repair order right there. And the proctology now appears as though it is at full health. It's going to be a little bit cramped, and it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to see until we unlock this guy right here. Once we unlock this guy, we can put up flares and lights so that we can see down here in the depths, but this game is very heavily focused on being immersive. This is one of those games you play with the lights out, your headphones on, turned up to like maximum volume, and you just kind of listen to the creaking and the groaning of the walls around you, and you just kind of let that sense of foreboding creep on in. It's definitely sort of a city builder that's playing around with like resource management, but also I guess like geekerish, hellish sort of monsters and things that dwell in the deep. Now, for now, the only real thing that we need to do today is they want me to activate filtration. At the top of the screen, I've got the game paused, and really the entire game is you balancing all this stuff. If you guys ever played a game called Reigns, it's kind of like that. You want to balance all these things at the top of the screen. If they go down to 0, bad stuff happens, and you don't want that. Also, if these numbers over here go too high or too low, bad things happen, except for not the radiation. But we've got energy, we've got oxygen, we've got our terranauts, so our workers, we've got our petroleum, raw, we've got our fuel, which is refined petroleum, we've got water, we've got research points, and we've got natural gas that we can use as various resources. On top of that, we want to pay attention to the temperature. I think right now it's like in the 80s, so it's pretty hot right now, maybe even the 90s. My trick is that I just kind of like double it and add 32, but that doesn't really work super well once you get above 30C or like below 10C. It's a back of the envelope way of doing the conversion for like normal temperate temperatures, but if you get outside that, it stops working. So it's probably about 90 degrees in here. It's not real comfortable at the moment. We need to get that cooled down, which is why it's telling me to run the filters right here. That'll lower the temperature, and it will also lower the amount of radiation that we're soaking inside of our dome piece. They want me to build a generator, so we'll go ahead and do that. That's going to cost us 15 fuel, so we'll go ahead and get the generator down right there. We also need to start drilling. So I'm going to put the drill ship in right there, but it doesn't look like it was successful on that spot. So let's pull it back, and we'll put the drill ship right there, maybe? Nope, it's not saying that it's going to destroy anything. Maybe over here, then. We'll bypass a day and see how this goes. Deep underground, muddy, wet rock, hot fumes are billowing from everywhere. You can hear water dripping through the buzzing metallic hum of frayed electrical wires crackling and the sound of welding. A mine, dirt, dust, swearing. We're still trying to find the right place to site the station, but the tension is growing. Okay, we found an underground lake, and we've got a debris pile over here we've got to deal with. Let's get rid of the debris pile so that we have some building space. The generator's up and running. The generator will allow us to trade 20 of our fuel for electricity. I think that's a really good idea right now, but it is going to raise the temperature, and it is going to raise the radiation, so I'm going to go ahead and do it, and that'll give us a little spurt of electricity on that side. I'm going to run the coolant system to get the temperature and the radiation down. We're going to put the drill ship right there. There we go. Now we've got the indicators. It must be on the first turn that it doesn't tell you what it's going to break into. A damaged drill rig. Your crew discover a drilling rig. It doesn't belong to your expedition, so you're not the first. Does that mean somebody else is ahead of you? Nobody really responds to the shouts, and in the dead silence, only the beacon beeps monotonously. We can explore it. The red light of the beacon illuminates the collapsed drilling rig. The drill bit is stuck in the rock. Its hull is damaged and the crawler is smashed beyond repair. The airlock is hermetically sealed. It will take some time to open it, but do you have that time? I think we can get away with it. Let's spend the oxygen to blow it open. I think we might have to wait till tomorrow to find out what the result is. Our drill is already drilling. Let's figure out a building that we want to make next. Let's get a water pump right there for tomorrow. The drill is already doing his thing on this side, but this underground lake, we can actually pipe it into this building right here. Oh, we've got a mechanic now. When did she show up? Okay, cool. The mechanic, you've got a bunch of abilities in this game. I can't look at them while the game is paused for whatever reason. And so we're just going to have to wait till tomorrow before we go through our abilities. But oxygen's getting a little bit low. So we crack that open. There's a cocoon on this side. Eggs of unknown species covered in a protein-based shell. It looks like they are draining some of our oxygen every single day. We also have a hydnellum, a mutant mushroom with a white body and red flecks. It's vibrating suspiciously. I don't know if I like that. Let's see what's inside the drill rig, though. The half-ruined cabin is empty, no dead or alive. Most of the documents were incinerated in the explosion. Those that remain turned into a wet mess during the firefight. The SOS red light flashes annoyingly. One of the miners turns it off. Let's get their data recorder, I guess. Oh, it gave me technology. Okay. Can I clear this out of the way at all and, like, move it? Let's pump some water first. It's going to make the radiation kind of bad, but that sort of is what it is. We'll run the filters real quick to get it fixed up. With the cocoon, I don't think I have a thing that gets rid of the cocoon just yet, so I'm going to keep on drilling out in this direction, hopefully. We can only suck off the lake twice before that thing is drained, and so unfortunately not going to be that helpful. I need to drill in this direction, too. It looks like there's crystals or something over there. There's so much smoke and things obscuring what I'm trying to do right now. What were her abilities? It looks like for 25 petroleum, she can make 45 fuel. It looks like for 55 fuel, she can make 30 electricity, but increases the risk of fires, and she can total repair all of our buildings. He can do, it looks like 25 fuel for minus 15 temperature, 50 petroleum for 20 water, and it looks like he can do... he can clear magma lakes. Okay, good. We need to get... Hold on. Give me a second here. Yeah, just keep on beeping and doing your thing, but I need an O2 generator. So let's get the O2 generator before the day ends. We'll put that right there, and then we'll just call it a day. Okay, so we found magma. Hot, ancient magma is the blood of the earth. It spreads with heat through the arteries and veins, the pores of the rock willing to reach the surface and turn everything it touches into ash. That is the truth. I don't know if you've ever stood next to lava before. I had the opportunity to be in Hawaii during eruptions, and I was walking around out on like the corridors while lava was flowing around us, and it is unbearable. I have never felt a concentrated heat like that in my entire life. It was a hell of a thing to experience. We'll bulldoze that so that the temperature doesn't get out of control while we're out and around here. It's still emitting a signal, which is kind of odd. Let's drill down here and clear out all three of those corridors. Let's pump on this side to get the rest of that water out. So that's now been depleted, so we've got all the water out of there. And then we need to activate our radar according to the tutorial. The radar on the station is activated. Although its range is short and its accuracy isn't great, we now have a good chance of locating most of the resources and can use radio towers as extra beacons. Okay, and that means we can click on this bad boy right here to get some kind of idea where it is we're trying to go. I don't have a legend, unfortunately, so this isn't crazy helpful, but it looks like maybe enemies are red. Some of these are probably water and some of these are probably oil. So up and to the left might be a good idea. Crystals. A druze of fused crystals, probably quartz. They're hard, sharp, and beautiful. If you listen to them closely, you can hear a distinctive sound. At the start of every day, it may make a small amount of fuel, but it may absorb some of your energy. If we had the right specialist, we could crack the crystal to get electricity out of it, or we can bulldoze it, but I don't think it's going to matter. We haven't unlocked the tech tree yet, so maybe we should think about getting a laboratory up and running. It gives us 10 electricity per day. Why not? Let's get the laboratory up and running, and we'll kind of see what we want to do next. Okay. Things are happening. What just took place? We've got screaming, we've got terror, we've got eldritch noises. I honestly have no idea what just happened. Let's have a look here. We discovered the stream of radio waves was mixed with human screams and white noise. Apparently the drill belonged to some kind of master station, probably of Arabic origin. It remains unclear where the people went and why they left valuable equipment behind. However, the coordinates in sector KM18 have been determined. It is likely that their station is based there. An acid snail? What the hell is an acid snail? A nasty blind creature that navigates by sound and devours everything that moves. It leaves a trail of acid behind it. I think we have a gun on this thing. I think. It does 25 to 65 damage, but it is expensive. We did the minimum damage to the acid snail. That's not ideal. I would have preferred to have done a lot more damage. Let's spin up the generator to get some more electricity and reload the guns. We still have not found oil, which is going to be a bit of a problem for us. We need to find some oil so that we can start turning it into fuel. At the moment, I can refine it like a little bit, but not a lot of bit. I need to get around this too and sweep around behind. Oh, dude, it's hunting for us with predator noises. Yeah, that's got to be him right there. So red is definitely enemies. All right. Well, one thing at a time, boys. One thing at a time. How is our oxygen doing right now? Let me pause it. We're gaining oxygen per day. That's good. I need fuel, though. I need fuel very badly. So what I'm going to do is I am going to build a refinery because we do have some crude, and this may help. So put the refinery in right there. And we've got a giant snail shell over there. This guy is moving around somewhere doing something. The acid will go away after a couple of days, so that's good. Get rid of that rock dump right there. Let's look at the giant shell. A shell of an enormous creature. It could fit a 10-story building, but it's empty now. You can only hope this species is long extinct, though deep down you know you're mistaken. Yeah, I would say that, yep, that seems about right. With my refinery, can I do anything here? It takes 120 crude to get that going. We have a rhizome on this side, but I can't quite clear it yet. Can I clear anything out down here? What did the radar say? Let me look at the radar real quick. Let's use some fuel to get rid of the snail shell. We'll open that up right there, and instead of being right here, I'm gonna have him drill on this side, I think. I don't know. We've got to find oil before too long. If we don't find oil, we're in deep trouble. On this side, I will probably shoot at the snail again. 65 damage. Is it dead? No, he's just got battle damage now. Okay. That's fine by me. He can have battle damage. Let's queue up our research as well. We can get a free generator inside of our station. It's going to take a couple days to get that done, but if we can get that done, we can get 2 drills so that we can explore even faster. Have I found anybody that has a flare or something that'll light up the area? I need a harvester first. Okay, what does she do? Oh, day's over. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Acid Snail moved up. I'm hoping we get a real good shot off on him. Let's check the radar one more time. My guess is that we need to go up this way. That's my thinking. Let's start drilling right there, although I don't know how useful it's gonna be. I do have crystal and cracking, but I need more fuel to do it to get rid of those crystals. Let's blast this dude. We did minimum damage again. Not great. Not great at all. He's about to bust us up. We've got a rock dump over here that we can clear out. The acid's been cleared, so that's good. The rhizomes I could technically get rid of and like get it up out of my business, but I don't see a reason to do so for right now. We've got 120 fuel per day coming in. All of our other requirements are looking solid at the moment. So what's going on over here? I'm gonna get a second drill. Give me a second drill. Let's maybe get a radio tower over here. That might be a good thing to have. We'll throw a radio tower out there to increase our Oof, 75 damage to our home base from the giant death snail. Okay. The radiation levels are getting kind of out of control too, so we need to do something about that. We have killed the acid snail. So the acid snail is dead. And it looks like he's collapsing the tunnel all around him. Just really, really determined to be a pain in the ass, isn't he? Okay, so put the drill in right there. We're going to try to go up and to the left to see if we can find petroleum around here somewhere. With the radio tower, it looks like we can throw grenades, actually. But we need to have a mechanic before we can throw grenades, and that'll clear out the cocoon. Over here, 25 to repair the integrity of our central base. That sounds acceptable to me. Doesn't look like we can harvest the body or do anything with it. Did I get my second drill? Let's find out. I did get my second drill, so we're actually making progress now. All right, so with 2 drills ready to rock, let's see what we uncover. The rhizome has attacked and infiltrated a building. Oh no, how did it do that? Remove the roots from this building. Oh, so you're like a pain. All right. Okay, we'll get rid of the roots then. We've got a mycelium over here. Let's get rid of it. I would like to continue drilling on this side and just sort of see where we come out. And if we could drill down here, that would also be good. So let's drill down that way because I really need some petroleum so that I can convert it into fuel a little more effectively. But everything else is cruising right where it needs to be at. We do need to run the filtration system to get rid of some of our radiation. Our radiation is getting a little bit bad right now. Can I run it twice? Only available once per day. Does anybody here have anything we can do? That does temperature. Do I have anything that gets rid of radiation? I do, but it's going to cost me 50 petroleum. Let's do it. Let's run it. Okay, so we've got it down to 42 millisieverts. I have no idea. Oh, it looks like the maximum is 210 millisieverts. All right, so we're on the right course. At the end of today, let's dig. A rusted generator and another magma bed. Okay, so 100 fuel. We'll get rid of this guy. Oh, I can only do it once a week. Yeah. So you guys resume working. Fix that building. Dig that hole right there. Let me look at the radar. Looks like there's something down this way. At least that's what it looks like to me. But we need the rhizomes out of the way before that's going to be helpful. Yeah, I need to get around this thing over here, but they're not making it easy. A rusted out structure resembling a fuel generator. Power it on at your own risk. Okay. I guess I'll drill right there then. And I guess I'll drill right there. That looks about right to me. We'll keep drilling up into the left because from looking at the... Oh, the rhizome took over again, dude. I need to get rid of that thing, but it's being a pain in my ass right now. Let's get rid of that rock right there. If I put a drill right there, what happens? Actually, I think I see oil right there. I think we've got oil. That looks like oil shale right there, so we should be good on the next turn. With these guys right here, we gotta... I gotta get rid of this rhizome, man. This rhizome's becoming a problem for me. We got some debris piles over here that we gotta take care of. I will get rid of the myceliums over there. Just for the future. And I think we don't really have anything we can do until next turn. 250 fuel gets rid of the crystals. So let's do that. And that gave us a ton of electricity, which is really good. I still need to get rid of these rhizomes, though. Is his ability ready to go for getting rid of the magma as well? I was going to say, it says week 2 up here, so I assume that we're good for getting rid of the magma. And then tomorrow we should be in better shape. Hey, and there's our petroleum lens. All right. So with the petroleum lens, we're going to need a harvester. We'll build that for tomorrow. That's going to give us access to the, I think, the engineer, maybe? Does that drill out right there? That does drill out. All right, keep going in that direction then. We'll just deal with whatever problems we come across. You be reactivated. This is the guy right here that'll let us get rid of the rhizome so that it stops taking over our building. I'm scared what's going to... It says open that at my own risk, so I'm kind of scared of what's going to happen if I open that up. But once we get him, we should have access to flares. There he is, the foreman. An earthquake is coming, a 95% chance of an earthquake, so a pretty shockingly large chance of an earthquake. The worker is caught under the drilling rig and his legs are crushed and pieces of rust and soil are in the wound. After examination, the doctor suggests amputation, but the worker doesn't want to lose his leg. And moreover, as a cripple, he will not be able to work and loses all value to the expedition. Let's give him antibiotics and put him on a cast. He developed gangrene and died of sepsis. Well, damn. Unfortunate. I guess we don't have that strong of antibiotics, do we? I need the harvester to pull oil from there. We have plenty of electricity. I can only do that once per day, though. So when the earthquake hits, what I need to do is I need to gather everybody inside the ship and put it in mobile mode before the end of the day. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen. Things we don't want to deal with are going to happen. Let's refine some fuel in case the building gets destroyed. We're going to run filtration, and then we're going to go back into mobile mode, and we're going to move the craft over to there. And there's our earthquake, as predicted. Alright, how bad is the damage? What are we looking at here? Did anything get destroyed? The real downside is that we lost like a half a day. Okay, so redeploy the drill ship, and let's see how bad this is. So add workers back over here, get all of our workers back out there and working. We need to hustle. Harvester, pull a little bit more crude out of the ground. If that gives us enough. Refinery, distill it. Okay, we have really good amounts of fuel now. Does this keep going in this direction? It does not. So let's have one drill right there. We'll have another drill right there. The heat is getting a little bit high, so I'm going to run the filtration system. And then I'm going to use the convector as well to lower the temperature. There we go. Run that. Okay, so we've got the temperature and we've got the radiation normalized. So we should be okay. You guys go back to work inside there. They're drilling up there. So we should be in good shape here. And then what I can also do is I can start throwing out flares so that we can see a little bit better. A tunnel. Fantastic. Right next to our base, too. Okay, let's repair structures today and get them all nice and patched up. Anything that took damage from the earthquake needs to be fixed. That's got one harvest left on it, so let's suck it dry. We've got about all the crude that we're gonna have. You drill up there. A deep hole into the ground into the dark abyss. They think it might be a way to take the station to the next sector. From time to time, there's clattering noises coming out of the tunnel. Fantastic. Just great. Perfect. Aside from that, I need that rhizome to go away. That rhizome is annoying me to tears. Yeah, free up my radio tower for now, and then we'll start digging down this way and seeing what's over here, although I see a lot of roots, so it may be more rhizomes. I don't know. I'm actually really enjoying this, though. It's got a very distinct art style and a very it stands out compared to the absolute cavalcade of games out there. It sort of is visually identifiable, I suppose. Like, you know what you're looking at while you're taking a look at it. And so, let me throw another flare, too. It lights things up a little bit, but there's so many video effects that I can't disable that, unfortunately, visibility is not always great. I have all my ships ready to go, so that's fine. Oh, what is that thing, dude? A spider, 120 HP, and it does 60 to 160 damage. So he hurts, that's what you're telling me. He hurts real bad. Okay, I'm going to assign her to the radio tower, my mechanic. That way, I can huck a grenade at that guy and deal some damage to him. Clear that rock dump real fast. Take a shot at it with the proctology. Critical damage. Did we kill it? Is it dead? It's got 17 HP. Hopefully it's not fast enough to get to my base, because it can almost one-shot me. Alright, dig out some of that nonsense. Let's dig from over there. We'll dig from right there. I don't have any technology points, so there's not much I can do on that side. I guess I could build another laboratory, I guess. This thing upgrades, too, if we had enough oxygen. But I need 500 fuel. Okay. Refinery. Make me some more fuel. Yeah, find some crude around here. I guess we're gonna find out what that spider do first. Spider, what do you do? Oh, he moved up and he killed my drill. Kind of a dick move, bro. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, dude. Kind of a dick move. Yeah, put her on there. There we go. Get that spider up out of my dome, dude. I'm not trying to deal with that little turd right now. Get it out of here. Alright, so we drilled a little bit, but we still haven't found anything spicy. And I would like to find I guess I should probably use the radar, but it's offline because I threw grenades. Okay, I'll use it tomorrow. It's fine. We do have a lot of building space right now, so we're sitting on 460 fuel right now. That's good. Temperature and millisieverts are kind of bad, so cool us down a little bit. Just a teensy tiny bit. It looks like we could use another generator. So let's build another generator, but that is going to cut into our fuel surplus every single day. So, not exactly something that we can keep track of, but we need to find another petroleum lens first. Found something over here. Abandoned barrels of crude petroleum were found. How could they leave such a treasure behind? More importantly, who exactly did it? I mean, 300 crude is great for me. 300 crude works out fantastically well. I can upgrade the drill ship right now if we wanted to do so. Let's do it. Let's go up to the next level of drill ship. I think for the moment, I think I see oil right there. Can you bust up this crystal for me? I need 250 fuel to bust up that crystal and get some free electricity. Okay. Maybe you start drilling over here. Just one thing at a time, man. One thing at a time. We have the drilling rig. Cool. And we've got a boiler. So I guess that's what happens when you go up tiers. You get like new buildings that allow you to get a little bit more complex with your production chains. A turbo pump. A terminal. An outpost. Oh, it's got little cannons on it. So I can make defenses. Okay. A humpback crawler. Oh, he looks mean, bro. He looks tough. Let me assign her to there. 120 fuel to chuck a grenade. What does this one cost? Just electricity? 45 damage is fine. It's not great, but 95 damage. I think we got him down to like half health, I think. Yeah, he's around about half health. All right. So that'll work out for now. I still need to get rid of these cocoons, too. These cocoons are annoying me. But I think we need some kind of building to get rid of them, but I'm not sure what we need in order to get rid of them. Where I need to drill is over here so that I can get after that oil. And then I'll put him on drilling from this side just so we can clear cut down this way. But it looks like there's a giant moth or something inside that one. That's definitely got mushrooms. So it's gonna be a little bit of a trip down here. Let's see how he moved over. He's kind of cute, if I'm being honest. He's kind of adorable. Like, I kind of want to rub his tummy. All right, give me grenades again with her. 45 on that one. Very nice. I shall take it. Critical hit. Is it dead? It has 2 HP left, unfortunately. I wish that it did not. Plays light and relaxing music that improves the crew's mood. There you go. Hit him with it. Give him like that. They need like that inspiring marching band music. That's what they need. I'm gonna put in a drill down here with the last of my crude. I need to go to the refinery, and we need to turn some of our crude into actual resources. It looks like I can upgrade that to level 2 as well. I'm still getting 120 a day just naturally. Let's go. It takes 10 electricity. Oh, it's automated filtration. I don't know if it's off or on right now. It's on. Okay, good. Oh, he shot my generator. Okay. We missed? Oh, no, dude. That was like the worst thing that could happen. Now I gotta spend expensive fuel throwing grenades again. I don't want to spend expensive fuel. All right, we killed the damn thing off. That's what we need to be aware of here, is that it's dead. There's water right there. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to build an extractor. Let's put a harvester right there. And then where's the other harvester? Harvester's right there. Okay, so it needs to be adjacent. Let's clear this tile real quick, because that'll just give us resources back. I need my refinery to spit out some more crude. Or I'm sorry, to spit out some more refined. I don't know that the passive process is actually working. Like, I was watching the temps up here and they didn't seem to change. The good news is I can go to the convector and we can evaporate some water to get it down before things get too wild and crazy. I'll spend some electricity to play music again too. There we go. They're all back to normal mood now. Did I place my drills? I don't think that I did. Nope, we didn't drill that day. That's okay. There's a rhizome right there. I would suggest that we kill the rhizome, because the rhizome just non-stop damages buildings as long as you leave it up. Oh, there's a building over here. Cool. 250 fuel, but we got 60 electricity out of the deal. And this guy's up and running, which means I can start siphoning the crude out of this lens right here, which then goes straight to the refinery. And we will turn that into just normal fuel. Burn off water again, just to get that a little bit lower. from there. We've just got one big pile of rubble left. I will consider... I need to go after this water right here, and I know I'm about to open up more rhizomes when I do it, but I don't think I have a choice. I think I just gotta kind of do it, and we're gonna wake up this moth over here. But this is Anoxia Station. I'm really enamored with this one. I think this is a really, really cool idea for a game. My only suggestion is maybe to increase the saturation ever so slightly on the buildings and maybe give the player an opportunity to remove some of the visual filters like the water running down the drone camera and stuff like that, just to make the visual acquisition a little bit faster and a little bit cleaner, since the game seems to be about moving quickly with time constraints. But other than that, I think they've got a winner right here. I like it a lot. I think it's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of like terraforming Mars, I guess, but darker. I'll see y'all later with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet, but for now, it's time for me to go, folks. Bye.